Just talk about going back to the center position. And also, I want to ask you a little bit about Dylan Powell, since he's a newcomer but has experience, therefore might play a lot. And how good is it to have somebody like that next to you?
Well, super excited to be back at the center position. That's really when I first moved to O-line in high school, that was all I played was center. And the past 2 years was my only experience being outside of center. So center's home, and I'm happy to be back and in that more of a leadership role. And guys like Dylan Powell, you said, he's great. I mean, the experience that he brings is unmatched, and he's a huge asset for us. And we're feeling really good about him. Yeah.
All right, Kevin, then Tom.
Hey, Ari, I saw you were named a semifinalist for the Maxwell Trophy today. I didn't know your thoughts on that, and what some of your off the field work that you've done over the last few years, what that kind of means to you.
Well, I actually wasn't aware of that, so that's pretty awesome. It means a lot to be recognized for in areas like that, because like Coach Allen always preaches, football, it'll end at some point. We're only here for so long, and if we're lucky, we're only at the next level for so long. So being able to develop in other areas has been really, really great, and I'm happy to have been given opportunities to do that here.
Then John.
Harry, this unique schedule we have of 8 games quickly and no conference, start with Penn State right out of the gate. I asked Caleb earlier, and I would love your perspective on it as well in regards to just being ready to go against, top-notch quality competition, right out of the start here.
Yeah, well, it's definitely unique. And we just put pads on yesterday for the first time, and I think that switch is starting to flip with some guys, and it still needs to flip for some other guys. But the sense of urgency is there, and it's kicked up even more, because it's getting a lot more real. We're just a few weeks out, and it's getting a lot more real. People are starting to realize that, and the sense of urgency is there, and guys are locked in. We're really optimistic about it.
All right, John, and then Stefan.
You talked about leadership. How much have you kind of embraced that, aspect of being the center, kind of the quarterback of the offensive line, and how would you describe your leadership style? I mean, how do you do it?
Well, it's been an awesome experience. I really am thankful for the challenge, and it's felt natural. I try to stay true to who I am, and I think that that the guys in our group respect that. And as a leader, yeah, I know obviously everybody says I'm not the big talker, but like I heard Caleb mention that guys have figured out if they need answers, if they want a real conversation, I'm always there for it. I wouldn't consider myself a quiet guy. I like to play into my strengths, and I think guys have really appreciated that. I'm happy that guys are coming to me with questions. I've been excited about, speaking out more on the field, and especially being a center, you have to do that. And it's been an awesome experience. I'm really thankful, and I think it's been going really well so far.
All right, Stefan, and then Kevin, last one.
Being at a position where, as you mentioned, that communication is so important. I mean, what do you think it's going to be like for you guys when you go into a game? There's no crowd noise playing a factor. And I mean, have you imagined what it's going to be like being able to very easily communicate when you're on the road?
Not much has been said about it. But we're practicing how we're going to play. I mean, in that sense that there won't be any real outside distractions. But that's why our communication has to be so locked on, because we have that ability to communicate. So we want to make the most of it and make sure, to really take advantage of the opportunities that we have and make sure we're all on the same page, and that's the best outcome for us.
All right, Kevin, last one.
Yeah, Harry, how do you see some of the competition and the depth at some of the guard spots? I mean, you've got on your left side, I guess you've got Powell and Kadick, and then you also have McKenzie coming back. But it seems like you got a lot of different new faces there. Yeah,
it's exciting, and I know Coach Hiller's hitting on the next 7 practices that we have, because this is really the crunch time. I mentioned earlier how the switch has to flip for some guys, and because practicing without pads, it's good and really helpful, and our guys have looked really well. But that's not how real football is played, and so it's a lot more real now. And yeah, the guards have been doing well. I mean, that competition's going to bring the most out of all of us. And when we're ready to play, I know we'll have our best guys out there.